Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and those of you on the fence and still figuring it out, this is the special Patreon edition of Derailed, courtesy of ArcaicSkidz. If you want to see this, you're going to have to do some subscribing to this young lady. Introduce yourself.
Karen Ann Harlos. What is it the Mises Caucus called me? Karen the Barbarian. So the National Secretary of the Libertarian Party.
Nice. So that is running. That banner is running right now, and that is her Patreon. If you want to see this, that's where you're going to have to see it. We'll throw out a couple clips to get them to come to you.
Right, awesome.
So we were trying to have an off live conversation, and it went a little rowdy because we were like, oh well, let's save this thing. Let's talk about this. So you and I disagree on guns. Let's jump into that.
Not on guns.
Okay, but firepower. How's that? I'm of the assumption that, and I look at it from a strictly constitutional argument, which the last line of the Second Amendment is "shall not be infringed," period. And so most people that know me know that means in my head, every weapon is available and every law is unconstitutional, all the way up to and including background checks. Now,
well, when it comes to background checks and all the restrictions against, the current gun laws, I'd absolutely agree with you. However, what you're talking about is a little bit different. And I'm not a constitutionalist. I'm an anarchist, as you know. So I wouldn't base my argument on the Constitution whatsoever, but on sheer libertarian theory about private nukes. Dun, dun, dun.
I think I could base my argument from a sheer anarchist theory that who gets to tell me what I'm allowed to have?
Okay, well, let me let you know my argument. It's going to go on a little bit of a rabbit trail, as I do. And it starts with a disagreement I have with the party's founder. David Nolan wrote an article called, I think, The 5 Essentials of Liberty, which he distilled down what he thought were some essential libertarian positions. And one of them was that the mere possession of anything should never be a crime. I disagree with him on that. I understand the argument, but I believe that, for instance, this is going to seem like a real rabbit trail, and I'm not trying to be inflammatory. I'm going to get there. But for instance, I believe that no one should be able to own child pornography. Why?
I agree with you.
Okay. The reason is because it requires by its very nature a violation of rights to produce, and that any item which by its very nature requires a violation of rights to produce is fruit of the poisonous tree. No one has the right to own it because it should never have been produced.
Right.
The one exception might be the person who was victimized, the child that was victimized, who's now an adult. If they want a copy of it because it's their body, that's their business. I'm not going to get into that, but we're speaking more in generalities. Along the same lines, any weapon that by its very nature would inherently commit aggression in its use is not a legitimate self-defense weapon. Libertarians believe you can own any weapon for self-defense. There are some weapons which you cannot use tactically, and nuclear weapons, sarin gas, biochemical weapons, all would fall into that category. Machine guns would fall into a gray area. Depending upon where you used it, you could use it strictly in self-defense, but you couldn't, say, use it in an apartment building and spray the walls all around because you don't know who it might hit. So machine guns would not fall under that, but sarin gas and the like nuclear weapons would. However, in a world where the state has such weapons, I believe citizens can have anything the state has. But in Libertopia, I don't think those sorts of weapons are legitimate self-defense weapons, and that our right to self-defense means that there's no way to tactically self-defend yourself with a nuclear weapon.
Oh, shit. See, this is why you're the national secretary. You put me in a weird spot here where I'm like, well, damn it. Because everything you said just made sense. I mean, I don't know what I could argue other than maybe that if another nation was shooting them, but that's not self-defense, that's retaliatory. So, you know,
Plus,
you're probably right.
Yeah. In a world where other states have them, that's muddy. But I'm talking about in a perfect Libertopia, no one would have them because they're not legitimate self-defense.
I don't even know that if it's muddy, honestly. I don't know that you're right there. Based on everything that you just you laid out there, I think you have an exceptionally good point. I mean, in a perfect libertarian, Libertopia, there wouldn't even be nuclear weapons.
Right, because they would just not exist because of their inherent...
Because they have no defensive mechanism. They have retaliatory mechanism.
Right.
They're either straight up attack or they're straight up retaliatory because they're not self-defense.
Right. So they can't be, because the non-aggression principle implies another principle. It implies the minimization of aggression principle, meaning proportionality, basically. That you're allowed to defend yourself, but it must be proportional. And that's the issue with those sorts of things. So that's why. So I do believe it's fair.
What do you think about A1M1 Abram tanks? Because I could use that for self-defense.
You could, just like a machine gun. That's one of those items that you could. You could use it to do non-proportional, but you can use anything to do non-proportional. It's not inherently non-proportional.
Right. Like that's
so.
That's
No, I wouldn't have a problem
when they go after the AR-15s. I'm like, okay, first of all, let's be very clear on something. I was a Force Recon Scout Sniper for the United States Marine Corps.
Okay.
I held the record for the longest kill shot for a very long time. I may still hold it. I don't know if
How far was it?
1.875 miles.
Wow, that's good.
No. Oh, yes.
No,
I mean,
skill wise, not moral, not anything. I'm just talking about sport, skill.
I actually own the weapon I used to make that shot, because those weapons are built specific to the shooter, and so you're able to purchase those weapons. Okay.
Well, I'm going to tell you something that just so you have this background. I'm a pacifist, by the way, so that makes it even funnier. I defend self-defense rights, but me personally, I'm a pacifist.
You're going to get murdered. That's how it works.
It's a Christian point of view. It has nothing to do with my politics. It's a conviction.
Okay, I understand.
It's a conviction I have for religious reasons.
One of the girls that popped in as a guest, Freckled Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
She consistently tweets things like, "Just because I don't believe in your right to murder babies in the womb does not make me not libertarian." And I think that's a very good point. You're allowed to be a pacifist, but also agree with self-defense. You're allowed to think that abortion is murder, and you're still libertarian. It doesn't matter. Like, my problem is when libertarians try to tell other people they're not libertarian because of one or two things. I have a big problem with that. I don't like that. It makes me crazy. I don't like
it at all. Because nobody is a perfect libertarian. And I say something that I say this more to be provocative and to start conversation, because I realize it's provocative. I don't think anybody is a libertarian. And what I mean by that is people are more complicated than walking than walking bundles of political philosophy.
Right.
Ideas are libertarian. People are
Rothbard would
not.
hate you.
Who? Well, I love Rothbard, but I disagree with him on some things. But I don't think people are libertarian.
Rothbard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ideas are libertarian.
I got blocked by a congressperson the other day, which I'm heavily considering suing. I'm actually blocked by like 13 congresspeople and 2 senators. And I'm heavily considering suing and saying you're not allowed to block me because you're,
on the public
people.
account.
Yeah. No, it's their personal, but that didn't work for Trump. Like the federal court
but I would
said,
disagree with you there.
Yeah. Well, I know. Okay. My point is to make a point, right?
I got you. No, I get you.
But they never mind. It doesn't matter. I might have pissed him off. Well, I did. I see.
That's
I look at it like,
not a bug.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, one of the things I don't know. Are you familiar with Michael Malice?
Oh, I love Michael Malice. I want to have his baby, even though I'm postmenopausal. And he's getting.
I love Michael Malice. He does this fun thing when he gets blocked where he goes, "Oh, they blocked me by mistake." And so I've adopted that when people block me, especially government accounts or whatever. I go, "Oh, look, they blocked me by mistake."
Michael Malice is the bomb. I adore him, and I will consider myself to have made it when he finally follows me on Twitter. But I know since I've said that, that means he never will, because that's just how he is.
Well, you messed up. You messed up the other day. Did you not see this?
No.
You did this.
What did I do?
You tweeted, name the holiday, and when Michael Malice follows you, it will be like the greatest day. You tweeted this.
No, I didn't.
Find it. Yes, you did. I'll find it. Yes, you did.
Well,
I did say
I wanted him to follow me, and I know that means he never will.
No. Yeah. My point is, he responded to that tweet and he said, "You don't follow me."
I follow him.
Swear to God.
Where? Show me. Okay. Look, let me.
I don't know how to send this to you. Let me get it, because this happened.
Let me explain.
And people are like, "Oh,
let me explain. Let me explain something though. Okay. For years, I refused to get on Twitter. I hated it. I thought it was a good way to get yourself canceled by the entire world for just something stupid you said while you were on Ambien. Because
that's what happened to Roseanne.
I know. But November election time, Denver, one of the Denver stations here, was putting voter statistics, and they had Democrat, Republican, and non-affiliated. And I lost my shit because I'm not non-affiliated. And I couldn't figure out how to get in touch with them except by Twitter. So I signed up for Twitter just so I could harass Denver 5. And it sucked me in. Okay. So I don't really understand. I don't always see the responses because I don't know how to get it to show the whole thread. I still don't understand Twitter. I get it I hit to show the thread, and it only shows the first 3 responses. And when I hit show more, it doesn't. So I haven't figured out Twitter yet. And I think it's because it's mostly on my phone. I never listen. If Michael Malice had responded to me, I would have died on the spot. I follow him?
He commented, and then
show me. Show me.
I'm trying to do it. I don't know how to make this work. He did. I remember. Maybe I can do it through my own. I can find it.
Do you have a screen share? Do you have a screen share on StreamYard?
I have to go. I have 3,000 tweets. I'm gonna dig through this while we talk. And I'm going to find where I commented this is hilarious, because you tweeted something about
I did tweet I did tweet something saying I wanted, to the effect of I would like die happy if Michael Malice followed me, because
You know what? This is what we're gonna do. Here,
because
this is what we're gonna do. I've
I
got
should have
this thing in the
posted.
bag. I can do this.
Okay.
Hang on.
I should have posted
Just a
what I said
second.
here. What I said here is, yes, I want him to follow me and I want to have his baby, even though I'm postmenopausal and he's gay. That would have been perfect.
That would have been. And if you call him gay, he might actually tweet you back again.
I love him.
You should do it, because first of all, that's hilarious.
I adore him. His favorite thing he ever said, this is when I decided he was the best person on earth. He was on some kind of interview explaining anarchism. And the guy said to him, so what do you mean? There won't be heads of state anymore? And he says, no, there will be. They'll just be in baskets.
I remember that.
I loved it.
That was on Compound Media. That's when he said that.
I died. He has such the cutest little baby face. Oh my God, I am in love with Michael Malice.
Just a second. I'm going to let Twitter do the work. They're going to find this for me.
If so, I'm going to be mortified, but I do blame the fact that I'm totally incompetent on Twitter still. I just don't understand it, because I just never bothered with Twitter. I did Twitter back before it was when it was uncontroversial, like when it first started, and all you did was tell people where you were having coffee or something. And then I got off of it once it started getting all political, because I used to not be political. And you're going to laugh. I've done a lot of things in my life. I used to be a reporter for World of Apple. And I used Twitter when I was covering Mac conventions. You know, that was a while ago.
Nice. Okay. We're going to send this out to Twitterverse. I think with any luck, one of these people will be able to do it. I would have to go through so much backlog in my Twitter. I'm like actually active on Twitter, and so to go back to where I retweeted it and was like, oh man, you got burnt there.
You got to find it. You've got to. It's Michael Malice.
I'm trying to figure out. Maybe there's a way that I can search. See, the problem is I don't know if I can search my own stuff. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. But he did. I promise you. I swear to you, Twitterverse is going to find this now, and you're going to feel terrible because you tweeted something along the lines of, pick the holiday, and the best gift ever would be if @Michael Malice follows you back. And he did respond to that with,
no, he
you don't even follow me. I swear to God he did. I swear to God. There were so many libertarians that were like, oh, you just got burned.
Listen, I'm going now to my profile. Okay, right? I should be able to find my own tweet on my own profile, right?
One would hope.
So let me try to find that Michael Malice one, because I really don't tweet that much. I just tweet really like inflammatory things and they blow up. I probably have less than 50 tweets. Let me see. Shit, where is it? I know it's like a week ago.
I think it was, like a week, maybe a little longer. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, right here. All I want for insert holiday of your choices for Michael Malice to follow me back.
Okay, click it. Click it.
Okay.
And pull it up. The replies.
I do follow him. I'm looking at his page. I follow him.
Okay. No, you have to look at the replies to your tweet.
How do I find them? I don't know how to do that.
Just hang on here. Let me see if I can help you out here.
Okay. Wait. Let me see. Hold on. I'm looking.
Hey, how do I say your? Is it Karen? Carrie-Ann? I don't know.
It's Karen Ann.
Karen Ann. Okay. How did you find your tweet? You don't have 50 tweets. You have 502 tweets.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
That might be people who responded. I didn't tweet 500.
No, it's retweets and stuff is how they do that. Like, so all your stuff.
I just went to all the responses. There's only 30 responses, and he did not respond.
He did. I promise you. I promise you. Like, he did. Son of a bitch. I am going to find this thing, and I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it to you. And it was him, blue check and everything. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm looking right here.
I'm telling you, he did. I just sent it out to Twitterverse to like someone find it and then send it to me so that I can prove to her that Michael Malice did respond to her. And, you know, he didn't.
Oh, wait, no, I see it here. Hold on. Somebody copied it, but I never saw it. And it says, you don't follow me to begin with, but he posted a picture of my page. I do follow him.
Well, I'm just saying. See, he responded.
Okay, well, but it didn't go to me.
I'm sorry. I'm just telling you. It was hilarious when I saw it because I was like,
oh, well, I never saw it. Hold on. How do I respond to this? So
I don't know. Email him, DM him. I don't know how you do
Michael
it.
Malice.
I promise you, Michael Malice would have you on his show because he loves you. He retweets you a lot. He like talks about how you're awesome. Like he would have you on his show.
No, he doesn't.
Sure. Yes, he does.
Oh my God.
Jesus,
I've never
seen
any of that.
Follow this guy?
Yes, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to show you right now.
He's even mentioned it. There was a couple times that he even mentioned it on his show where he was like, "Oh, the Carrie Ann girl, she's hilarious."
You're full of shit. He never.
Funny. I literally just proved to you that he did respond to you, and you were like, "No, he didn't."
He didn't me on his show. Somebody would have told me.
He mentioned you on his show. I think he mentioned you on his show with. Oh shit! Who was it? Fuck, I have to look up. You know what the shit side to anarchy and libertarianism? There's so many good shows.
Okay, now I'm posting a screenshot of where I do follow him. He posted a screenshot of me. That doesn't show anything. That just shows you.
Just do it and tag him and be like, wrong. Like, you got to do it right. Because, no, for real, He has mentioned you before. He's mentioned you in tweets.
No,
I don't know.
Oh my God!
Yes,
you are fucking with me.
No, I'm not. I just proved to you that he got back to you on that tweet, and you didn't even know it happened. Like for real.
Because he didn't tag me. A friend of mine tagged me.
What is this? What is this Patreon that we're doing where we're just arguing about Michael Malice?
Well, that's good because all of my friends love Michael Malice, and they can tell I'm freaking out now because he didn't even respond to me in that tweet.
Tom Woods is your highest subscriber, and Tom Woods and Michael Malice do the stupid little cartoon thing. So why don't you get Tom Woods to help you out?
Because I don't impose upon friends like that.
You know? I have no issue asking friends to get me like. Someone to talk to me.
He didn't even tag me though on that post. So
he did tag you.
No, he didn't.
No, actually, maybe he didn't. I think he didn't. Say you don't follow me either.
Yeah, and he didn't tag me, which is how I didn't see the response. Then a friend of mine screenshotted it, and I just never saw that.
Well, my apologies, but he did see that. He saw your tweet, so you know. You're welcome. Literally, at his show. You're welcome. I helped you out. Aren't I nice, a fun guy?
Now I'm going to his page. Hold on.
Oh, good.
I'm totally stalking him now.
Cyber stalker. All right.
I am.
We're supposed to be doing something for your Patreon fans, and it's not you stalking Michael Malice.
Oh, listen. It definitely is me stalking Michael Malice. That is fantastic.
Okay. I'm okay with it. Like, that's funny.
Okay. Now he's gonna be like, "Who is this chick?" Okay.
He's gonna be
So
like, what?
I responded in 2 places, but I don't believe you on that other shit.
Okay. Well, you don't have to believe me. I don't care. That doesn't affect me at all. Trust me. Like, I'm not in any way at a Michael Malice level, so it's fine.
Yeah, and everyone on his thread is laughing at me. I do love him. He probably just did that to fuck with me because that's how he is. That's awesome. Why he is?
He's like probably did.
He's like the master troller. When he said to the, did you hear what he said to the Libertarian Party of Canada? It was awesome. Okay, they asked him to run his Twitter account, and he said he only works for countries that don't suck.
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever watched his show when he gets Canadian money, he goes, "Oh, shithole country money."
Yeah. I love him. He's adorable.
Yeah, he's funny. He's like 4'10", tiny little Russian. It's funny. I love Michael Malice. I think he's hilarious. His book was amazing about North Korea. For sure.
I haven't read it. I haven't had a chance to at this point. I get so busy.
Yeah. Okay, so this was supposed to be like something special for just your Patreon.
Well, this is something special.
And we're just arguing over Michael Malice.
You're telling me I've been clueless that he's allegedly mentioned me on a show. I do not believe
allegedly. You just looked it up.
No, I found that one tweet. You're claiming,
it was someone, I don't remember the guest. Damn it, I will find it, and I will send you the clip where he said, this is what happens. People like Carrie Ann say these things, and then they don't even follow me, and I have to let them know. So I'm serious. I will find it.
Does it say that?
I pay to be part of the whole mess over there. I will find the clip. I will get it, and I will send it to you. I promise you I will.
Does it tell you when you started following like Facebook does? No, stupid Twitter. Because Facebook tells you friends since whenever.
It says you either follow them or they follow you, or you both follow each other. That's what that's all it tells you. It doesn't even tell you when. So yeah, I will find that clip and I will send it. You did get brought up. I think who was it that was on the show? Fuck. Why can't I remember?
Well, it had to be within the time of my tweet to this one. So
right, it's been. But he has like 4 shows, and I don't know which show it was on. Like, that's the problem. It's hard to remember because like him and Dave Smith do a show like once a month now, where they just are like on each other's shit or whatever.
He hasn't been on recently though. I mean, it's been a little bit. He's due to go back on.
Yeah, he's running in. They're running up to the wire. By the way, so speaking of that, I did actually want to talk to you about that. We are on your Patreon now. This is behind a paywall. Dave Smith has caused a ruckus in the Libertarian Party, and I get that. I understand it. He is he's a bull in a china shop, you know. He's I actually saw someone said he's Libertarian Trump, which was weird to me. But
I actually don't think he's obnoxious. He's just a guy.
I don't either. But he's got people like Robbie the Fire Bernstein and that kind of stuff. Shit, even Michael Malice likes what he's doing. He said that multiple times, you know. I guess I look at it like this, and I want to get your feedback. As you put it, like prior to 9/11, the Libertarian Party was very pushy. They were very bold and abrupt, and that was the thing, right? That's how they reacted to things. And then after 9/11, they kind of got, well, yeah, I can't remember exactly how you worded it, but it was like more conservative, kind of pulled back a little. To me, I just see like what Dave's doing. Maybe his messaging could use some work, but what he's doing is just going back to the old days of just like whatever. Like we're gonna jam through this thing and we're gonna push liberty. And if you don't like it, well, that's the way that it is. What do you think about that? Like, as far as these guys are, and then not just guys, because not just Dave Smith. There's girls too that are like, no, like we're gonna shove this message up your ass if you don't like it. Like, are you? I know I saw the episode with you, with Dave Smith, and I understood your point, and I understood his point, but like secretly, are you kind of almost like hoping that he pulls it off? Like, let's turn this party back into what it was.
What he's trying to do, I support. It's the language I didn't. And part of the reason, which I don't think he fully appreciated, is, okay, I'm going to now give a different analogy like I do. Remember when Jeff Deist used blood and soil and it got everyone all upset? That term in isolation to people who didn't know the history, people would be like, what are you getting so upset about? The reason it was offensive is because it brings to mind something else. It brings to mind that was used by the Nazis.
It's right there. Carrie Ann, I gotta stop you right quick.
What?
It's on Twitter right now. You don't follow me to begin with. It's from Michael Malice.
Where?
It's on.
What are you talking about?
It right now. I just.
Where?
Like right on my
I do follow him.
Hang on. Let's see what I can do here. Is there a way that I can just screenshot this from my computer? I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm doing it right now. Hang on. I'm figuring it out. I think maybe I can take a screenshot, but I don't know how to do that. So there's that.
So what are you trying to?
It literally just popped up on my computer screen.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Dude, give me a second. Anyway, you keep telling me about. Oh, it's because you just did it. I do follow you. You just
right. I did that. That's nothing new. Newsflash! You're telling me I just tweeted her?
Shut up. My apologies. Anyway.
Okay. So in context, his takeover language has a lot of baggage in the Libertarian Party.
Yeah.
And so I oppose his choice of words, not his goal. I'm in favor of his goal. It's just he stepped into a history I don't think he was fully aware of with that language. That's all. Right. And it is inflaming people because of the history. And I think it's already going to be a tough enough road to, travail that you don't need to handicap yourself unnecessarily. That's been my position. Yeah, I want him to succeed. Anybody who wants to grow the party, I want them to succeed. And right now, apparently, the Pragmatist Caucus is getting off their ass and they're doing a money bomb or something. And good. What I said when somebody told me?
That's good.
I said, great. I said, grow the party.
Yeah.
Competition is
Someone's
good. Go
pushing
for it.
back, and that's good because
yeah.
Look, I'm telling you right now, everything I've seen, the Mises Caucus will absolutely control the Libertarian Party if no one steps up. If they don't step up and they don't start recruiting and they don't start growing things, that's it, man. The Mises is going to take over. Now, I have my own thoughts on that, but that's not the point. The point is they will. And if these people don't step up, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's just how it works.
Yeah. And now apparently they are good. We got a good old-fashioned competition going on. No problem.
It's a duel.
Well, hey, I think duels should be legal, don't you?
Absolutely. I think
Okay.
mutual combat should completely be legal.
I mean, it's I don't know. To me, it's like totally dumb that it's not, honestly. Like, what two people want to do?
Like,
I don't know.
I don't get the fight, whatever.
I don't get the problem. How's it? Well, anyway, yeah. So we agree there. We're definitely for dueling.
Yes. Okay. We've apparently we got sidetracked pretty bad by Michael Malice and the conversation there, but that's fine. This show is called Derailed, and this is for your Patreon, so it'll be fun.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell people? What do you think's going on that's important that they need to pay attention to? And I don't know, whatever. Tell them whatever. I don't care. Tell them to dye their hair pink. I don't give a shit.
No one else. I'm gonna trademark this. Just joking. You know, I don't believe in IP. Speaking of that, though, I just did that show with Stefan Kinsella, which was great, and recently had dinner with him and a friend of his, which was funny because he's got a very different relationship with his friends than I do. Because his friend was surprised to learn he was an anarchist, and I'm like, how long have you guys known each other? He's like, we just don't talk about stuff like that. And I'm like, really? I go from zero to anarchy in 60 seconds of any conversation with anybody. So I don't know how that's possible, but so that was fun. And yeah, I don't even know. So much is going on that it turns into a huge blur. Because I don't only have like the LNC stuff, the historical committee stuff takes a whole lot of my time. And I've been working on that a lot lately.
Nice. So that's what you're focused on right now?
It's always a big focus. I've been having training sessions with volunteers like every single night this week. This was the one night that I didn't. So I'm going back to doing it again tomorrow. And it's just been crazy. And then with my job switching and all that, and I'm desperately unhappy there, and I'm probably not going to have a job soon. So that's very, very stressful.
I see. So well, then everyone needs to absolutely join your Patreon. Yeah. I will, I have your link for your Patreon. I will, I usually, when I do these videos, I do them always live because, like I said, I don't like people telling me that, oh, you edited it. No, I didn't. But we'll push it out. We'll hit your Patreon, try to get people to join up with you or whatever. And, I mean,
yeah, who knows? Maybe,
I apologize for playing a little roundabout with you, a little tomfoolery.
No, I love that kind of stuff. Come on. Yeah, I mean, it could be that losing my job will be the motivation to do Liberty more. I've been working on alternate income because I'm also training. I'm in the middle of taking my registered parliamentarian exam. So I intend to also be doing parliamentary stuff as well. But that's very difficult to do full time. But like, if I could find my way clear to do like the YouTube stuff part time and then the parliamentary stuff part time, that would solve the problem because I'm miserable right now in my job. I hate it so much.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And I have a feeling one day one of my tweets is going to get me fired if my unhappiness doesn't. They do stalk me on social media. I don't even know if they saw the "go fuck yourself" with a barbed dildo yet.
Oh, well, that was actually like a fire tweet. Like, I think I retweeted like, this is because she's a badass. I don't know. Like, whatever. There was one of your tweets that I retweeted that. Anyway,
yeah,
we are going to have the Michael Malice argument because I am going to dig now and get all of the stuff. And I'm also going to find out where he mentioned that you didn't even follow him. And so why is he supposed to follow you?
Well, we found that one. That one.
Yeah.
And then you proceeded to tell me
when I need to find the show. I need to find the show where he mentioned you so that I can send you that and you can put it on your Patreon and be like, Michael Malice loves me and he thinks I'm the hottest thing since sliced bread.
Whatever you're smoking, you need to share. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Oh, well, you told me I was wrong about the tweet. And I was right about the tweet. What makes you think? What makes you think that I'm wrong about the show when I was right about the tweet?
You said he tweeted me. He didn't tweet me. He didn't tag me in that.
But he talked about you in the tweet.
How would I know?
I was right about that. Jesus Christ! Like, come on, are we gonna argue about semantics?
Yes. Yes. So he didn't tweet.
This is why libertarians can't have nice things, because we argue semantics and not like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't remember like 3,000 things that I see go through my eyeballs every single day. Now, tell the people what you're drinking. Tell the people what you're drinking.
Grand Marnier.
Oh, gross.
It's brandy, brandy-ish. That's what I like. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. Because it's nice and strong, and I like the way it tastes, though. It's really strong.
Right on. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Anything else you want to throw in? Anything you want to add? What do people do? I mean, this is your Patreon.
They are, and no, nothing really, because I kind of say everything all the time. There's no filter, so there's not usually anything I'm holding back. Though I just got, though someone on the LNC list just got mad at me and tried to roast me. Yeah, they're like mad because I called them out, and they're like, but you haven't done blah, blah, blah. You want to know something? A, that's false. But B, you haven't, or what about you is what children say. Okay, don't worry about me. Worry about your own damn self then.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous. It's like, but you didn't even bring a resolution. Oh, I wonder why I didn't think you guys would be very, let me tell you something. When I just wanted to give an update on what an independent committee was doing, I almost lost the vote. They didn't even want to hear about it. I wasn't even asking them for anything. I wanted to give a 2-minute update, and I had to have a vote on that because there was an objection.
Jesus Christ.
So don't tell me, why didn't you bring this to us? Because I already know, listen, that's ridiculous. I only beat my head against the wall so much and I'm done. I know. Why don't you, I'm like mad about that response, but I know I'm mad about it, but I love the guy. And I know it's coming from a position of insecurity that when someone criticizes you, sometimes you lash out.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. I'm pretty bad at that kind of stuff. That when challenged, I become defensive for sure. I don't know. Maybe not necessarily for the same reason.
Everyone does.
You're right. But,
it's natural.
All right. Well, this has been the most fun I've had in any of these shows. And I appreciate you doing this, man. For real, I am like so happy that you were, made time for me. I really appreciate it. I hope I didn't in any way put you in a jam, like letting all these people drop in here and tell you how awesome you are. So
that was so sweet. That was so sweet.
I've been monitoring Twitter where a couple of them were like, "Nah, I feel dumb." And I'm like, "Why?" Then they're like, "We didn't really know who she was." It was like, well, you care about liberty, and that's what she cares about. So
right, like seeing the libertarian ladies.
And then both of them, because they have their own show together. Those two girls, that's why they came on together. They have their own show, Britt and Freckles, or Freckles and Britt Liberty. I don't remember what it's. I'd have to remember. There's so many of them, the shows, and then it was like, oh, can you put in a good word? And I'm like, I don't know. You didn't know who she was.
Well, now they do, and it just goes to show that the Liberty world is getting bigger. It needs to be where everyone doesn't know everybody, because it gets a bit too.
It's getting bigger, but it's also getting smaller in the event that we can talk to each other, which is nice.
Yeah, but still, it's kind of good that we're so big that not everybody knows everybody.
Right? Yeah. You want to have a big group that you can work with, and I like that, and so that's
It
appreciated.
gets very incestuous if it's too small.
That's true. That's one of the things that I've been like concerned about, like, and I don't want this to be taken wrong by anyone that watches this. And this is, and I'm going to say some names that don't take it wrong, but people like Tom Woods, Spike Cohen, Dave Smith, the bigger names, yourself included, and that's why I really appreciate you coming on this program, going on Reed's program, stuff like that. I feel like the Libertarian Party is allowed itself to get into a circle jerk where they only talk to people at their level, and it's like, but that doesn't grow things.
It doesn't, and
you have to reach out, or allow people to reach out. And so that's why I was so amazed that you took this opportunity to talk with me, and I appreciate that.
Well, it's like I always get every once in a while I have, people will be like, oh, I'm fangirling and all this. I'm like, no, don't do that. Like, no culture of celebrity. That's not good for anybody. You're bound to be disappointed. And I accept every single invitation, and also to conventions. When I went out to Delaware, they were thrilled. They're like, nobody comes out here. We only have 2 delegates. And I'm like, I don't care. You're a bunch of libertarians. You asked me, I'll be there.
Nice. Well, I have an invitation you'll be getting very soon. And it'll be, we'll set you up good. Let's put it that way.
Awesome.
We'll set you up good. It'll be a fun trip for you, I hope, where you can come out and tell everyone why they suck so bad at freedom and they should be better. That'll be fun.
Oh my God. Yeah. Remember to send me the links, and anything you want me to say, like when I rebroadcast the main part on my show, for where to find you and where to subscribe to grow your channel.
I'm not worried about that. This was all about you.
No. I don't care if you're worried about it.
For you.
I'm asking you. You don't have to be worried about it.
I will send you the stuff. I'll email it. Probably won't be till tomorrow. I've got to get everything set up. And then this episode is just for your Patreon. If you want to use it, you can throw it out there, and everyone can listen to us argue about Michael Malice. So that'll be fun.
Oh, well, there's very few subjects more interesting than Michael Malice.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he would love that you just said that, because it'll make him feel like he's special, even though he's special, but kind of in an autistic way.
Well, see, I'm autistic too, so I love it.
You too, so it makes sense that, and I don't mean this in any derogatory manner.
Oh, no, I know that.
The autists know each other. They're like, yeah,
we do.
We're great.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're one of my people. Gotcha.
Holy crap. I cannot, I'm literally shell shocked that you were willing to do this. I appreciate it so much. I try to set something up kind of fun for you to let you know that, you do matter. You're cared about. And I appreciate you doing it with me. We have to do it again sometime, because obviously the government's going to screw something up and we're going to have to talk about it. So,
they always do. That's one of the inevitabilities.
Yep. My DMs are always open. If you ever want to talk about anything, just hit me, and I'm there for you.
Awesome.
I'll go live like 10 minutes later, and we'll talk about it. So, all right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for doing this. We'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for having me. All right. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.